Hello, hello, hello. We are here. Welcome to Business Mindset with SheABOS. I am your host, Angela Middleton, aka She a Boss. Thank you for joining. Today is Tuesday. Nope, today is Thursday, March 25th. 2021. And tonight's topic is so fresh and so clean. We are going to talk to cleaning service about being fresh and clean or having your environment rather fresh and clean and how they went about creating this cleaning industry business. So let me introduce my co-host. Miss Tanya Harrison.
Hello,
Hello,
hello.
hello. Welcome to Business Mindset with Sheila Boss.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, you are founder and owner of what company?
For A's Mom Cleaning Service.
4A's Mom Cleaning Service. Okay, so you have to tell me all about this. What
Oh, goodness.
So what made you want to start a cleaning business? And when
Well,
and when did you start your cleaning business?
okay. You heard me. But it was 30 years ago. I was raising four children whose name all begin with the alphabet A.
Huh.
And at first, I gave it one name, and my son, whose name is Armani, he says,
Mm.
Mommy, yeah, let's call it that. And then I thought about it. I said, well, maybe people might think I'm extremely expensive if I call
Mm.
it Armani.
Armani.
So I said, okay, four. I have four children. Their all names begin with A. So
Mhm.
I went with four A's mom. And from A to
Oh,
Z, the alphabets, and I'm a mom, and put it all together. And it became four A's mom.
I
I
see.
started um, with homes of coworkers,
Mhm.
and from there I looked into military. We were also doing military homes, going through inspections,
Mhm.
and which was awesome. We got a lot of referrals, and so that was a great opportunity as well. Um, we've done boats, um, and we have contracts with the Postal Service, with the smaller contracts with them, and I've taught my kids how to do various cleaning things. As far
Okay.
as I have one that knows how to do the carpet, does carpet
Mhm.
clean. I had one that could strip stoves down for the military inspections as well as
Mhm.
refrigerators. And the youngest, he was just doing his homework. He had to get his homework out the way.
He was the
So we let
baby. He
him,
had to work.
yes, we let him have a corner and do his homework, and the others, um, you know, worked in the business with me. It did so well, especially the military on the bases, that
Mhm.
my son, he would train and also walk through inspections for me when I couldn't make it. Mm,
Okay, so let's start from the beginning. How
okay.
did you think what made you say cleaning business?
Well,
What was that thought? How did you go about your cleaning business?
whenever I had guests over or family over, I would um, always be the one tidying up, or I'd go to their home and I would tidy up and clean up. And my former sister-in-law, she says, "Well, why don't you just go in the cleaning business? Because you're always wiping down and cleaning everything." And
Uh-huh.
I said, "Well, maybe I'll try it." So she says, "Well, why don't you check with this lady on this base? Give her a call. and see, look into that. So in the meantime, I said, well, I don't want to branch out just like that. So
Mhm.
that's when I started doing personal friends, coworkers' homes, and then it branched out into that. That's when she shared to me about looking into the base, and it was safer to do. We could be in there all night and clean, and not have to worry about our safety, and
Oh,
things like
okay.
that. So we did that for about 8 years before they no longer needed an inspection. They went civilian. They had civilian on the base then, so they didn't have to go through those harsh inspections, white glove
I see.
inspections.
Uh-huh.
And
Uh-huh.
we we went through every one. We got a excellent rep for it, so we were always being called, and it was awesome because I got to work together with my family, with my children,
Right.
and also keep an eye on them as well. So as the years progressed, and I started getting other contracts like real estate contracts, and also I was in the post office one day and I said, "You have somebody cleaning your post office?" And they said, "Yes, we do." So I said, "Okay, here's my card just in case eventually, the contract runs out or you're looking for someone else or need
Mhm.
additional locations." So probably about 4 months later, they called me back and asked me, was I still interested? And for one of those contracts I've had for 18 years, they roll over every 2 years. And then I acquired another one. And then I'm in communication with acquiring another post office.
So do you
So,
have to have a certification or anything to do what you do?
well, it depends. It depends.
Okay.
Um, well, and also went to Baltimore and got licensed and got all the information, EIN and everything when I went to Baltimore to do my paperwork and submit it to establish my business back then.
Okay. So
Certain
what is your license? What kind of license do you have to have?
Okay, well, that varies because you don't always have to have a license.
Okay.
And
Okay.
because we were doing homes that didn't require license, which were empty homes on the military bases,
Mm.
um, and I have a license to cover me when we do real estate, residential, the insurance. I have insurance so that
Oh,
if
okay.
somebody's stuff, so not all cleaning business require license. It varies
Okay.
from the size of your cleaning business, which determines if you really have to have a license.
So what
So
kind of like
that
what's the size? What kind of license do you have to have based on your
uh,
size?
usually anything over $10,000. Anything that
Okay.
exceeds that. And if it's corporations, we call
Mhm.
it to go into big corporations. The post offices that I have are small contract post offices.
Okay.
I can go in and do business as myself because
Mhm.
there's no bidding.
I
The
see.
larger ones that are over a certain amount, you have to bid. And so then you'll have
Oh.
your licenses and all involved as well. And because I was still working a
Mhm.
full-time position, I wanted to keep it kind of small because of that and
Mhm.
continue to raise my family. So, and it has done well over the years for
Well,
us.
30 years, I should say so.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. It's been a blessing. I'm here to tell you. A few years ago, I took sick,
Mm.
and I was not able to contact my employees, and so for 2 weeks they worked, and they did not get paid. And my family eventually got in touch with them,
Mhm.
and shared with them what happened, and they said they knew something had happened because I paid them like clockwork, and so
Mhm.
to me a
That
must,
was outside
you
of your
know
character
exactly. And
not to
if I'm
reach out.
expecting exactly. If I'm expecting something from them, they're expecting something from me.
Mhm.
I don't micromanage them because I hired adults. So if they're the age of 18 and we do a walkthrough, I do it first and show you. I shadow
Mhm.
you after that. You tell me you got it. I will shadow you, and then you say you're good. I'll
And
let you go.
you leave 'em alone.
I take my hands off of it. And I've been blessed with many good people, and because it's a turnover, but it's not been a big turnover.
Mhm.
The turnover is because I like to hire those are in school to help out with their books or whatever they need for their schooling.
Mhm.
I've hired seniors. I've hired single parents, male or female. So that's pretty
So
much
wait. Let's go back because it's just so much in 30 years. Okay,
yes.
so you started off with family and friends, and then you branched to the military using your family at first to help you.
Hmm.
So how long did it take from you starting your business with your family and doing family and friends to you getting your first contract to you getting your first employee? Like how did
Uh,
that cycle happen?
well, it was like it was gradual. Of course, it started out with just
Okay.
me, and then
Okay.
I lashed the kids into it because they wanted to get fed, and they like things, so they knew they had to work for it. No, but they did. They
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 like
did
to
wanted to
eat.
be a part of it. They like to eat. They knew I was a single parent, and they liked certain things, and to
Right.
acquire those things, I said, okay, well, come help. I need you to help, and
Gotta
besides,
work
I need
for
you
it.
with me. Yeah, exactly, exactly. Be responsible. And
So as
so,
okay, so that's a good point though. So as a single mother, you started
mhm,
this business alone
mhm,
by yourself
alone,
with 4 children.
mhm,
So that in and of itself is impeccable, for any single mom of 4 to start
mhm,
a business. That's awesome. And then
exactly,
you had to bring them in because you're a single mother, right?
exactly,
And you're out of the house.
exactly.
So
Mhm,
you're gonna be in a corner doing homework, coloring, doing something, but then they got old
exactly.
and then you started incorporating them into the business.
Correct. And
Okay.
as I saw that one was better in one thing than the other, that's the one I allowed them to specialize in. Like I said, I have a daughter
Mhm.
that she did the carpet. She did all the carpet cleaning. My son, he could do my oldest son, who is actually my third child, he could do everything and strip the stoves down and all. And then I had another daughter, she could do good, pretty good with the bathrooms and wipe those down and all. And
Okay.
so they all had a gift for or let me say
A
specialized in
specialty.
a
Mhm.
particular a specialty and specialized in a certain part of the cleaning. But
Okay.
for many years, it was me by myself because they were younger, and then I'd had to pay for a sitter. But
Mm.
it was me for a while by myself, and then light went off and say, okay, sitter is getting expensive. I need to know what they're doing. And in that way, I
Mhm.
could still communicate with them. They could still talk to me about school. And I must say, they all four graduated with honors. So,
So that's great. You're still having a
balancing.
relationship, balancing and making money with your own
Mhm,
business as a
mhm,
single mother of 4. This
and
is why I
holding down
wanted to talk
a
to you.
full time job.
And a full-time job.
Mhm,
You talking about
mhm.
super women, you know,
No, trying to provide for
super
my
women.
family.
Right. By doing the most, and that's why,
Mhm,
women, we need to be honored, especially women like you. You need to be honored. A full-time job, starting a business, and then, eventually bringing your children into it and building that relationship.
mhm.
Okay, so you started alone, kids got older, kids joined, you started getting more um clients.
Mhm.
And then when did you get to the point where you said, "I need help"?
Well, I would go to different stores and different businesses,
Mhm.
and as the let's use my favorite spot, Starbucks. Okay, I would be
Okay.
in Starbucks, and I would see the observe the courteousness of the employee there, how
Okay.
they clean the counters and wipe down, and I would look for these particular things not only just in Starbucks and stores,
Mhm.
just their character as far as how they would treat people as far as being in the business,
Mhm.
and if they were cleaners, yeah, let's put it be real about it. Everybody's not a cleaner,
Exactly.
so if that's not your thing, then I wouldn't hire you because it's not your thing,
Mhm.
and we would have a problem.
Mhm.
So I would look for people like that. Then I would ask them. They didn't know they were actually being interviewed by me. Um,
So you
Actually, they were.
interviewing them on the
I was
slide.
basically interviewing them on the calm, and
Okay.
then I would ask, "You looking for a part-time job? You thinking about
Hmm.
it? And they said, "Yeah." I said, "Well, what do you like to do?" And then that's the conversation would come up. And so
Okay.
I would go about it that way. And then there were some people that I knew liked to clean. And
Mhm.
so I would call them and see if they would be interested in a part time. All the positions are part time. And so as the kids got older, their interests moved to something different.
Mhm.
So that's when it started to gravitate, or they graduated from high school and went on to the military, or various places. So
And
their
graduating
interests
with honors, we're not gonna
all
forget
four,
that part. Uh-huh.
all four. Hmm. And so, anyway, they as they fizzed out, other
Mhm.
people came in, and would work. And like I said, I wanted to focus on um those who were students in school, needed money for books or whatever they wanted to. It was just to supplement the income.
Yeah,
And
that's
also I
admirable.
had a 72-year-old senior work for me for years, till she wanted to travel some more, and I've had all great people. I asked God to show me who to come to talk to in order to look into hiring. And each time he did it that way, and each time the employees were wonderful that I have. I love them. One young man had to be out for 3 months. He said, "Tanya, a job for me." So
Mhm.
I called up a friend of mine. I said, "Look, you still." She wanted to go into the business, so I was trying to show her too. So she was doing a dual thing where she was learning the business and also working part time for me as well, because this is
Mhm.
a big business, and if you try to hold it to yourself, you won't be blessed by it.
Right.
It's room for many, and so she maintained that slot for 3 months, and he got his job, came back with his job. He came back early. I said, "No, these are the dates I promised her. I want to keep my word with her on these dates." And so he was fine. And then after that, he hasn't taken off since, and that's been 2 years ago.
Wow. Wow. Okay, so
Mhm.
how many employees do you have?
I have four that work for me, and I have four on call.
Wow. So
All
from being a single mother, part-time, creating your own business to 30 years later, 4 employees and 4 on
on
what
call.
did you call them? On
On
call.
call. Hmm.
That's awesome. And are you still working full-time?
Oh no, I after I took sick, I
She's like, "Oh,
retired.
no."
After 32 years, I retired, and so I still look for opportunities to employ people if I'm able to, as time, as openings permit. I look to employ and try to help other people supplement their income, because
Mhm.
someone opened up the door so I could supplement my income to help my
Absolutely.
family. And so I believe in giving back.
Absolutely. That is
Yes,
just a
ma'am.
tremendous story. I love it. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
sharing that.
Oh,
So, okay. So now you don't work in the business at all,
I
right?
still I still have the business. I
I mean,
have
you had the business, but you don't go and clean.
well,
You had
I have.
Okay.
As like I had one employee to call out a day, so I didn't worry anybody. I went in that day and
Mhm.
did what I had to do, and they came back the next day, and life is well.
Good.
I fill
Okay.
in the gap. I don't believe in not rolling up my sleeves uh, and tell them what to do unless I'm gonna roll up my sleeves to do the same thing.
And do it the same thing.
Yes,
But for
ma'am.
but for the day to day, you you
I
are off hand. You just
serve
manage.
serve the Lord.
There we go. There we go. Awesome. Awesome. So thank you so much for AZ Mom
Yes,
cleaning
ma'am.
service because you have 4 kids,
Yes,
single mother,
ma'am.
created your own business 30 years ago, and you are still moving strong. I
Yes.
love it. Thank you so much. Welcome to my live guest. Thank you for joining Business Mindset with SheABOS. Go ahead and write a comment so I can see who you are so we can welcome you. And we also have our next host with AROMEX Air.
AROMEX Air, we here.
Yeah, you're here and on the are you
Can you hear?
guys?
Can
Can
you?
you hear me?
I can hear you. It's kind of going in and out a little bit, but we'll work it out.
Okay. Welcome. So go ahead
Thank
and
you. Thank
introduce.
you. How y'all
Hello.
doing? How you doing? How
We're
y'all doing
doing
today?
wonderful. We're doing wonderful. Why don't you introduce yourself?
I'm Antoine. This is my wife Toby. We are AROMEX Air, and we happy to be here.
Antoine and Toby.
Yeah.
Thank
Yes.
you so much. How about you tell us what is Aromex Air? Like what is your company?
AROMEX Air is a aroma disinfectant company geared towards preventing the spread of airborne microbes while eliminating odors in the home and vehicle. We have 12, right now we have 12 all natural essential oil blended scents handcrafted by us. And we have home diffusers, big home diffusers, which is one of our products here. We have different style ones, different color ones. This is a 500 milliliter home diffuser, which would come with 1,000 milliliter bottle like this of aroma disinfectant solution, or all natural. We have car diffusers right here that go into your vehicle, that plug into your cigarette lighter, and they eliminate odors while disinfecting. And we have smaller home diffusers as well for office, car, this style, two different colors. Um, so we 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 are into the all natural element of disinfecting. We believe that prevention is the way.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Prevention is the way. We want to be proactive um, in all of our affairs. So God put this on our heart, and
Okay.
we've been manifested ever since, me and Toby, and she could tell you more about it as well.
Okay. Toby, you're up, ma'am.
I'm okay. Well, I think he said it all. This is something that was birthed into him, and as his wife, I just support him. It's a great opportunity. You and I, we met at a vendor event. It's a great
Yes.
opportunity to get to know other businesses, to spread the word about such an amazing product. It's very effective. It's awesome. We've been getting such a great feedback from the audience. And then as a vendor, you get an opportunity to really touch base with the customer
Mm-hmm.
and give them a clear understanding of exactly what it is that you're promoting. This is like our baby, so we're very proud of it.
Yes.
So what made you think clean air?
Um, where, 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 where
How
that,
did this come about?
well, and that's where the most, I don't take credit for that. That's where the most I come in. Um, my story is that I was working. I had a job. I was working for a company. I got hurt on the job.
Mm,
Um, I was out for a whole year on workman's comp. Um, I got word from my lawyer. I was still having issues to this day with
mm.
pain. Um, they was asking me to come back to work. I was probably gonna have to have a second surgery, and they were still asking me to come back to work, or they wasn't gonna pay me, so I couldn't go back to work. Um, and my lawyer said they was gonna stop paying me. He told me about 2 o'clock one day back in July last year, and by 8 o'clock that night, I promise you, I was sitting in my car, and this idea came on my heart. I wasn't looking to create anything.
So
And
it was just manifested. God just put it on your heart to say,
yeah,
we gonna
and
clean this air.
And he just walked into the room because we were going to figure it out, right? He's
Mm-hmm.
injured. He can't work, and we were just going to figure it out. We were not thinking about a company though. That wasn't how we were going to do
Mm.
it. I work full time. We have children, so we were going to work it out. And he just walked into the room one day, and his face was lit up, and he was so excited, and he just said, "AROMEX Air," and then he gave me the concept, and then from there we've been
Wow.
using it ever since.
yes, and
How
like I
did that
said,
name? How did you think of that name?
um,
Like, cause your
I,
story sounds a lot like my story. It was just put on my heart, and
Hmm.
the name just dropped in my spirit.
the, the
How did that come about for you?
the idea was placed on my heart before the name came about. I
Okay.
probably was there probably about a week or two before I knew the idea, knew the concept,
Mm-hmm.
um, and the name was thinking about the name, and it just came to me like the idea did. It just came to me one day, and I
Just
came.
a Romex Air.
I
Just
mean,
psh.
no,
He's very modest, but he's good at
Come
stuff.
on, Toby. Tell the truth,
No,
Toby. Tell me how it happened.
and and and
he's
and
good at coming out with
and and
names
and,
and
and,
stuff.
and, I, and I want and I just want to add some more substance to it.
Okay.
That took me on the journey to study
Mm,
aromatherapy.
there we go.
You know, that took me on the journey to start studying aromatherapy, and taught me how to make different blends. You know,
Mm,
and what blends work, and and
Yeah,
that that was the most precious part of it, just the
yeah.
education,
yeah.
being able to, because I love to read, I love to study, so it was
Hmm.
easy for
Mm-hmm.
me to be able to do that. And and that was probably the most appreciative part of our journey, just
That's
me
true.
learning that and being able to um come up with something that smells good
Hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
has um a preventative element in it by way of the essential oil
By way
properties.
of self-education, right? This
Yes,
wasn't formal education. This is something that you sought out. This is something that you went and you figured it out.
Hmm. And he was very serious about it. Like it was something that if we're going to do this, and we both feel that way. If this is
Mhm.
something that we're going to do, then we're going to be very serious about it and wholeheartedly committed. And we
Wow.
spent hours. I mean, hours. We did it for months before we even launched.
yes,
Blending,
Okay.
smelling, and
yes.
testing, and yeah, we did that
Yeah,
for a long
I
time.
mean, going into, people, a lot of people don't see the blood, sweat, and tears of being an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
They just see the
Right.
outcome, and
Exactly.
we spend late nights, you
Hmm.
know, when you look at from everything on the ingredients, from all the writing on the bottles, all the writing on the
Hmm.
website. That's those are our words.
That's work.
I was up. I've been up late.
Yes.
I've been up
Mm.
late nights, early mornings. Just it might have took me, you know, 5 hours to come up with a paragraph, to put
Mhm.
on the website, and I might have had a pop up the next morning. I had to get ready for, and we've done pop ups from Harlem to
Mhm.
Miami. You know,
So let's stay on your humble beginnings,
right,
because you are right by saying people don't see the effort that you put into starting the business.
right,
Much like 4AZ moms, they see
Yeah.
the 30-year ago now product, but they
Right.
didn't
right.
see, her hustling on her own. They didn't see
Absolutely.
you grinding in the books and
Mm-hmm.
reading and getting material and substances and mixing it up.
Mm-hmm.
How
Absolutely.
how long was when that idea was put in your spirit and you're studying and reading and coming up, how long was that? Because this is why I wanted to do this podcast,
Okay.
to understand, to show people, like, this is not a quick,
Mm-hmm.
oh, it was there, it's here. It's
Mm-hmm.
a journey. Like, how
Absolutely.
did you go about the journey from thought to implementation to launch?
Well, well,
That's good.
well. That's what I wanted to say. See, it
Okay.
is a journey. It is a journey, but
Mhm.
when it's a spiritual journey, it can be at a blink of an eye. Because
Mhm.
one day to us is 1,000 days in the eyes of the Lord.
Come on.
Says the Bible.
Come
So
on.
so in our journey, it was sped up. So
Yeah.
that's how I know it was the most. That's how I know it's the most high, because on the spiritual
Exactly.
plane there is no time span.
Yeah.
Yep.
So 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 what happened was with us is July of 2019, when the idea was first deposited into my heart. We
Okay.
started running with it. We came out that we started funding, um pretty much, we start funding the whole thing out of pocket.
Okay.
We not pretty much, we have.
We have.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
funded everything out of pocket, and we've been totally invested. And I'm gonna tell you how it worked. We went into, studying,
Mhm.
um, gathering the material, seeing where we needed to bring it into fruition, and we was going to launch at the beginning of this year, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And the most, my cousin, who is my consultant,
Mhm.
our consultant, his name is Sarad Davenport. He's a
Yeah.
great
Okay.
consultant.
Yeah. Gotta
Give
shout
him a
out to
shout
Rad.
out.
Shout out. Shout
Yeah.
out.
DSDIL is his company.
Yeah.
So
Awesome.
so so he came to me and he said, Twan, it's a Virginia Black Business Expo in Fredericksburg,
Fredericksburg.
Virginia, in October 4th. He told me this, I guess it was the end of September, because it took us 7 days to gather. We wasn't prepared.
Wasn't ready.
We
Was
got
still
everything
working.
together.
Yeah.
Like what you see now as a finished product, we
Mhm.
had that together. We had been working on it. We had planned to launch in 220, in the beginning of 220,
Mm-hmm.
but we somehow got things together in 7 days, from the end of October to October 4th, and made it to Fredericksburg. We was the last vendor out of 90 vendors. We
Mm-hmm.
got the last spot due to my cousins. He knew the people who run the Virginia Black
Yeah.
Business Expo. Shout out to them too. So we
Okay.
went there, and we went there with hopes to, maybe sell
Mm-hmm.
a few
Yeah.
diffusers and
Just to get
pass out some
exposure.
cards,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and we ended up having such a successful day that we left an hour early.
Yeah.
You
We
know,
almost
Wow.
sold
So
out.
you sold
we,
out.
we, we
Yeah.
almost sold out,
It was
and
amazing.
and
Mm-hmm.
from there, it was amazing. I take no credit for it. I'm not this good. This is the
Right.
Most High. I know I'm a vessel.
I
I know.
love that.
I
I am
don't take
not this
all
good. You
praise.
know
All
who it
praise.
was.
Yes, I'm not this good. I'm not. All praise is
Hallelujah.
due to the Most High. You know. So, and we've been moving out ever since then. And
So is this last October, or are you talking 2019 October?
I'm I'm talking since last October.
So you're talking 2020 October.
No, no,
No,
no,
2019.
2019.
The
20.
time's been
Okay.
moving
Okay.
so
Hold
fast.
on,
So
hold
yeah,
on.
it is
Right.
20.
It's year
Yeah.
2021, bruh.
Yes,
Mhm.
2019. Yes, yes, yes. 2019.
Time moving so
20,
fast.
I know that's right. When
2019.
you
It was
having
it was it
fun.
was deposited,
Yeah.
and then 2020, October,
Okay.
we broke ground. You
Okay.
know,
So June 2019 is when it was put on your spirit.
Right.
Yes.
You're reading, you're educating yourself, you're coming up with the mixtures, you're
Mhm.
getting your idea. So it took you over a year. And I want to emphasize that because I need people to understand
I understand.
everything,
Yeah.
is a journey. It takes
Mhm.
some
Yeah.
things take time, you
Mhm.
Yes.
know,
And we still
especially when you're dealing with products.
yes.
Right, and you're still gonna learn. It's still a
Yeah.
continuous journey,
It's
right?
still
Like
a continuous journey.
it hasn't stopped. We're still learning. We're still growing. We're still
Hmm.
expanding, and that's the exciting part of it. You never get to a place where you should be there, where it's final, it's over. Like it's an ongoing process.
Yes, because we want to
Mhm.
we want to continue to add to the product line.
Mhm.
You know,
Hmm.
you know, you know. I mean, you know, I know it's from the Most High because I was listening to um the other guests.
Miss
Um,
Harrison from
yes, ma'am.
4AZ
I was
Mom
listening. I
Cleaning
was listening to
Services.
her, and she
Hmm.
was talking about being able to, you know, be blessed enough where you can help people pretty much supplement their incomes. You can create extra streams of incomes, and that's what we've been fortunate enough to be in a position to be at. The Most High put us in a position where we able to help others we able to create extra streams of income for others. We look for sales
Okay.
representatives.
Mhm.
We do distribution deals.
Mhm.
We had a product in a few different places. We had a product at Barber Salon and Spa in Miami. We have the product in um, St. Charles Mall at J Fire and Cold Store. We
Mhm.
had the product at Twin Peaks Barbershop.
Mhm.
We had the product in State of Mind in Tyson's Corner.
Mhm.
Um, so
So talk about how did you do that? So okay, you had everything done. So I had to keep going back because I need to understand.
okay,
October 2020, you go to your first pop up.
yes,
Right? Everything is done. You have AROMEX Air. You've decided on how you're going to um do your products. You decided on your fragrances and how it was going to work, and you did your first pop-up in October of 2020. It
yes,
is March
right,
2021.
right,
So you went live when I launched. So
yes.
I know how it is when you say when it's
So
God.
It's
right, so
God.
I like
So
to
how
say,
did you go about putting your products in all of these different places,
He hit the,
specifically out of the area?
he hit the ground running.
yeah,
Like
Okay.
he's the type of person, and I'm like this too. This is my personality. When we say we're going to do something, we are wholeheartedly committed, and it's
Okay.
no hold bars. So he literally, this is a grassroots promotion. I mean, I've never had the privilege of seeing a business birth from the ground up. He
Mhm.
goes into these stores and he promotes the product. Period. Point
Okay.
blank. The
That's
same
it.
thing that we do at vendor events and explain what the product is. We come
Mhm.
out, we have the product in our hands, we're demonstrating, we're showing, and he's talking about the product and saying, "Do this is this is his favorite thing. This is the hottest product on the planet.
oh, yes, yes,
You
Right. You
want
have to
this
you have
in
to
your
sell it.
store."
yeah.
Yeah, he's
So
very
so so
adamant.
so so I like to say this was you know this a system along with a product, a good product, can carry us or carry anyone a long ways,
Okay.
and and you could not you could provide for the masses like that with a sincere
Mhm.
heart.
Mhm.
So I like to say that God told me to take it on tour like a rapper. So I
Yeah,
sat down. I honestly sat down when we broke the product. I said, I'm gonna go on and we're gonna go on a 20 city tour like a rapper.
yeah.
So and we're going
Okay.
when we go to these cities, we're gonna do a pop-up. We're gonna we're gonna we're not gonna rent a car, we're gonna catch an Uber because when we get in an Uber, we're gonna try to sell the product to the Uber driver
I
and
know
make
that's
the
right.
Uber
You
ride
better
driver.
do it.
Yes,
Yeah.
and make and try to get the Uber driver to sign up as a sales
Yeah.
representative. So we was gonna try to not only sell the
Wow.
product to the Uber Lyft driver, but
Mhm.
also get them to sign up as a sales rep. So, and we was gonna go and try to find a store or a vendor to carry the product, whether it was a store, whether it was a vendor in a kiosk in the mall to carry the
Uh-huh.
product. We was gonna do this in these three things in these cities. That was the
Okay.
system. So we started after we did the pop up in Fredericksburg, we flew to Miami and we found a pop up. I just went on Eventbrite and looked up a pop up in Miami, and this is in the middle of COVID.
COVID, yeah.
Yeah, and because if I'm saying this is we're saying this is aroma disinfectant, we got to take it to the people.
Mm-hmm.
If we're saying this is the most high, we got to show and prove.
Mm-hmm.
So we got on the plane, we went to Miami, and Lord and behold, we go to do this pop up, and this is a nice facility at Inhale in Miami. That's the name of the facility. And I get there and I asked the promoter, I said, "Where are we?" She said, "We're in the middle of Little Haiti." So we end up doing pop ups in the middle of Little Haiti in Miami.
Yep.
It was nice.
Right. And then we were standing at the DoubleTree on Biscayne, and I told her,
Mm-hmm.
I told her that night after the pop up, we got a stack of flyers. That flyer that you got right there, and we had a
You
stack.
mean this one?
Yeah, yes, get it,
that
get it.
one. She got it.
So that flyer right there. So we had a stack of them. We had about 30 of them. So we gonna go to South Beach. We stand on Biscayne. We go across the bridge to South Beach, and I tell Toby, we not going to party. We not doing anything.
Nope.
We're going to.
We coming to work.
We going to work.
Yeah, I told Toby, I said, babe, if we come back with one flyer tonight, it's a failure to the company. And we got to South Beach, we passed out these flyers, and when we turned the corner, I met to pass out my last flyer. I ended up meeting a friend from Harlem that does pop-ups. And he had his own brand, him and his lady, they got a clothing brand. And then that's how we got to New York. So we done two pop-ups in Harlem. We done two pop-ups in Miami. We done a pop-up in Charlotte. We done pop-ups throughout the DMV. We have brought on some sales reps, and they are doing pop-ups in different places. We have our website is
Testimony.
www.aromexair.com. All the products are available. I mean, these are some great products. We have this car diffuser is a great product. You can plug it right into your cigarette lighter like this. I have this is this display. This is a portable car cigarette lighter. This is strictly for display.
Yeah.
So this is the car diffuser. You plug this into the cigarette lighter of your car. You cut it on. It comes on. It eliminates odors while disinfecting.
Yeah.
So, and we have 12 different fragrances. Great bath, great product.
For here that I have purchased.
Did you purchase? You did. You sure did.
Landover.
Yeah, she did purchase.
Lavender mist.
Which one did you
get? Lavender.
You got lavender.
Cool breeze.
I
have evergreen, and I have botanical blend.
Oh, that's one of my favorites right there. Yeah.
Yes.
I like that one. So
yeah,
that was real good.
Yes. So that was our strategy for those cities, and we constantly we still doing it, and we're going to take the product to the people and keep adding to the product line. Different style diffusers, different scents, different next we'll probably do a premium scent with a luxury car edition. We'll probably add some different style of home diffusers to it. Coming summer. So it'll be we're gonna keep creating, innovating, and providing for others. We are we company. We are a we company. We truly, sincerely from our heart, want to empower others. That's who we are. That's who we are as a people.
Yeah.
And and that's what we want to do. And however we can network and with other entrepreneurs or with other people in general and try to build and do positive things and create changes and make a better way for each other, then we all for that. You can count us in. We willing to support others,
Absolutely.
and that's what we're about.
Thank you so much for sharing. Thank you for agreeing to come on the show. We just on you on your pitch. I was like, oh my gosh, I did. So we did what I had to switch my topic for this week, and I was like, so fresh and so clean, and you just came to me. Like I
Yes, you
walked to
did
your
that.
table,
Yep.
and I was like, this is it. Like
Uh-huh.
I
Yeah.
was literally directed to you. I
Yeah.
I
That's
asked
God.
nobody else to
Yeah.
That's
come
God.
and do the show this week. You
Yes.
know,
Mm.
so
Wow.
when you say um when you're God led, he puts
Mm-hmm.
people and situations in your path. And both of my co-hosts, did that this week. I asked Miss Tanya as well with 4AZ Mom Cleaning Services just last week. I was like, hey, I need to switch topics. Are
Mm.
you available? And she was like,
Mm.
oh, absolutely, sweetheart. Just tell me when and what I
Ah!
need to do.
And
And I was
kudos
like,
to her,
great.
31 years. That's salute her for
Isn't
that.
that phenomenal?
That is
Isn't that
phenomenal. That's an
phenomenal?
inspiration.
To
Yeah.
be a single mother of
Yeah.
4 and to be able to do this with
Oh
you
God.
all less than 2 years, and you're all up and down the East Coast,
Yes.
Yes.
from
Yes.
Miami
Yes.
to New York. Like these are phenomenal stories. I
Yeah.
just launched in October, and I'm
Wow.
I'm talking to you guys.
Look at
I
that.
have
There you go.
podcasts.
Look at that.
Look at
Bravo.
God. Look
Nice.
Look
at God.
Yes.
There you go.
Yes.
So this this is we are 3 walks of faith
Yep.
here
Yes.
today,
That's a
right?
powerful thing.
Very powerful.
Yes.
From 5 months to two
Hmm.
years to 30 years.
And it feels less than that because he was talking about the time, and I was like, has it been that?
Yeah.
It feels like it's like, you know what I mean? Like it doesn't feel like it's been that long. It really does.
Right.
Every day
And
it feels like we're just getting started because you do literally feel that way. When you wake
Yes.
up in the morning and you have things you have to do, you're just getting started. And I think that mentality helps to keep it fresh.
Yes.
and those years will roll by before you know it, because I when I look
Living
back
in
and thought
and
about 30 years, I'm like,
Why?
let me
uh,
start counting on my fingers. And
Uh-huh.
when Angela approached me, I forgot I even shared some of what I said to her about business,
get
and she
anything.
remembered. I said, "Well, I'm glad you have a good memory, because
Right.
your years will roll by very quickly." And
Right.
continue to stay that way, because God, and keep God focused with your business. And I'm here to
Cleaning
tell you,
services. I really talk
We appreciate that. Thank you.
Yes, indeed.
Mm-hmm.
yes,
So so we'll be at
for
in what?
for eight
Huh?
eight cleaning
for
services
A's, for A's
for
mom.
mom service
Hmm.
for for mom sorry,
You
please,
fading in and out.
mom
It's just breaking up just a little bit.
Yeah,
What,
not, um
where can we find mom?
and we
I can't
you.
say. What did you say, Angela?
How can we get in contact with you if we want your services for A's mom cleaning services? How can we get in contact with you?
Well, you can reach me at 301-523-0393. 301-523-0393.
Okay. 301-523-0393.
Correct.
Got it. And
My
that
my email
is
is so long. That's why I gave you the number.
yeah, I'm gonna put that on information. AROMEX Air.
AROMEX. It's like aroma and just add an X.
AROMEX Air.
AROMEX Air.
AROMEX Air.
The AROMEX Air. Yeah.
That's a hashtag.
How can someone get in contact with you or purchase your products?
Our website is www.aromexair.com. All our social media handles is AROMEX Air, IG, Facebook. You can find us there on either one.
So can you order your products online?
Yes, yes, ma'am. At aromexair.com, you can order. That's our website.
Yeah, you can order online, and then once you order, because a lot of people, especially at vendor events, they're always wondering, like, well, how can I get refills? Where can I find you? If you go onto our website, you can sign up as what we call a value customer. If you sign up as a value customer, you get 50% off your future refills, and it also will automatically ship them out to you.
Did you hear that?
Business mindset.
It's breaking up just a little bit. We can hear some of what you're saying.
This is today. We're going to put everything on our Facebook page.
Awesome. We appreciate that.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, absolutely. And Mom's Cleaning, I just plugged your phone number in my phone, so I will be calling.
Likewise, I will be sharing your information as well.
Absolutely. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yes, networking.
Yes, absolutely. We need to, it's important to support one another.
Absolutely.
Yes, we'll be at a pop up this weekend at the Pedals pop up up there in shopping center by Bob's Furniture.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's in Waldorf, right?
Yes, in Waldorf. Yes.
Okay.
We're also starting to host our own vendor events as well. So individuals who are interested in signing up with us is vendorcircuit.com. We know the challenges of being vendors ourselves, so we're trying to create an experience for other vendors, a great experience. So they can check us out at vendorcircuit.com.
And on IG as Vendor Circuit.
And on IG is Vendor Circuit.
That vending. I used to make jewelry from scratch, and I used to love the vend, so I know that feeling of being out there in that atmosphere.
It's a serious hustle. It is a very serious hustle. But they have some great products. It's some amazing amazing vendors out there creating some fabulous stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it's so many, Black people, we are so creative, and especially Black women. I mean, you see so much creativeness at these pop-ups and vendor events.
You can see everything from shoes to jewelry to skincare to hair care to, I mean, clothing, plus size clothing. I mean, just food, everything. Like I've gotten to the point now, I just wait to go to vendor events to buy things because we have, I mean, I'm like, I don't even need to go in there and support any kind of mainstream companies. I can go right to vendor events, these small businesses, and support them.
You know what? And that's a very good point, Toby, because when I went to the vending event that you all were at on Saturday in here in Waldorf, like I had 2 arms of bags. I had a whole page of Cash App orders. I was like, you know what?
I need to
really
slow down. Right.
Calm yourself. Calm yourself.
Yeah.
But to your point,
before I go, I have to get
so much.
Yeah. I have to create a
Yes.
budget in my head because
Yeah,
we want to support everyone.
correct.
The prices are great. I mean, it's not even
Correct.
like they're trying to gouge you in prices.
Yeah,
And then you hear the stories behind the products, and it's like,
yeah.
I'm sold. Whatever you have, I'm
Exactly. Give me
buying.
two.
Yeah, give me two of those. Exactly. How can I find you in the future? So yeah, I have to do that too. Set a budget before I go out. He's like,
Yeah.
we got to make more money for you
For
before
you
you
to spend
start
it.
spending
But,
money.
but,
And
but you
he
know,
says that, but then he starts to buy stuff. So
Yeah.
but you know the thing about that is a lot of times people do not know the blood, sweat, and tears that you put
mhm,
in.
Right.
absolutely,
Whether it's your business, this business. When I was doing the jewelry, they were like, "How much?" I'm like, I'm stringing these
By hand.
sewed by
hand by right,
hand
Right.
by
exactly.
hand, and not only
Yep,
that, they're one of a kind.
that's right.
So you know,
That's
and
right.
so it makes a difference. At one time,
And
Mhm.
you can
we
hear it.
didn't sell anything as a vendor, so we went bartering them among each other, and giving each other the business while we were there.
So I want to thank you two once again for joining Business Mindset with SheABOS. Thank you for
Thank
telling your
Thank
you.
you.
story, your
Yeah.
testimony, on
Yes.
how it just came to you and you developed it and how it just manifested to this wonderful display of company for
Yes.
AZ Mom Cleaning Services and Aromex Air, um,
Yes.
fragrance and diffuser and air cleaning, and it's just phenomenal. And you can see more on our website, on our Facebook pages, on how to get in contact with these companies, how you can support these
Yes.
companies and order the products from the website. I'm gonna do my Vanna Black.
Yes.
I appreciate. Right there, you go.
Yes. You
There
do
you go,
mine too.
That's how you do it.
Dan.
Yeah.
So thank you once again, and definitely look forward to your products and talking to you again. And I'll see y'all next weekend.
Yes. Thank
Absolutely.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Me
you
too.
guys.
Bye bye.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Take care.
So thank you all for joining Business Mindset with SheABOS with the topic So Fresh and So Clean, talking to air cleaning and fragrance company and residential and business cleaning services. It was awesome. So next week, join me on April 1st when we have part 3 of receipts and finances and taxes. Oh my, it's still tax service. So tax season, sorry. So this is part 3. We're going to talk to another tax advisor, preparer, so we can share more about what you can do in your business to help in your next tax season or this tax season, because we're still in tax season. So we're going to talk to another tax preparer on next Thursday, 6 o'clock. It's receipts, finances, and taxes. Oh my. Part, yeah, part 3. Join me next week, Thursday at 6 o'clock. Thanks for joining